Classes in session. All right, welcome to Unlearn 16 Classes in Session. Look, today I've managed to convince, beg Anna Pack to be on my podcast.
What's up, everybody?
Hi, honey. And she's surrounded us with, we have a Christmas thing going on, but what we're going to do this podcast is something a little different right here.
I think this gnome thing should be our tradition.
Yeah, just careful with this, right? I can lose an eye. All right. What we have here, you guys have very great, actually, way more than graciously sent us 8 billion questions. So you're going to have to be honest. Are you ready to be honest?
Yeah.
Fully.
No. You
All
may
right.
get the truth, you may get a lie.
Look, guys, I'm going to shuffle them because they're in an order. I'm going to try to say who sent in each one. Just as a little precursor.
Why are you mixing them?
I think it's funny. I need to know. I don't want to know what order they're coming in.
Okay.
It's like, you never know. I also want you to check out Anna Pack Official, which is your Instagram.
Anna Pack Official is my Instagram.
And?
Anna_Pack is my TikTok. And my Spotify is Anna Pack.
And
my new song came out. It's called Blast Off. Go check it out.
There it is. So guys, today we're going to ask Anna all the inappropriate questions we can possibly think about right here from you guys. So the first question, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Anna.
Yes.
This is directed right to you.
Got it.
Will you make Joe dance at the wedding?
I'm
thinking a line dance of some sort.
No, I don't think I'll make you do a choreograph.
Hokey?
No, I won't make you do a choreograph something. But I would like to have our first dance.
Hold on. That's a thing. People choreograph?
Yeah.
You have to take lessons for that?
Well, not if you'd be with me. You'd take lessons with me.
What about our bridal party? Will they have to learn something?
No, because that's a choreographed thing.
So we're not doing that.
No, I just said.
So what do I have to do?
Just dance with me.
Just like a slow dance.
Yeah.
Like a normal, my hands on your hips, your hands on my shoulders, like grade 7 slow dance?
Yes.
All right. I can handle that. Guys, I can handle that. I don't know why you guys don't think that I can handle those kind of things. All right. Oh, that was from Big Red Disney. I like that name.
Ooh.
That was excellent. All right, Jules, here we go. Pet peeve about each other. That was a lot of alliteration. I'm sorry for the, a lot of peas there. Pet peeve. What is your pet peeve?
You're a tornado. It's like,
Tornado?
You know when Joe's been in a room because everything is just upside down and not in its place.
Look,
it's 100% true.
I think Anna might err on the side of having some sort of organizational fixation. I'm not going to clinically diagnose, but maybe we ask somebody in the professional world to...
You can definitely tell my side of the bathroom from your side of the bathroom, my working space upstairs to your working space.
My dance space, your dance space. What's that movie? What's that from? This is my dance space, your dance space. There's my pet peeve, folks. It's so nice when she just carefully illustrates my pet peeve. She doesn't like any good movies, and she still, after watching 7 seasons, hates Buffy. All right. How soon did you move in? This is from Sip.
We waited about a year.
Sip. Oh, she told me. You think it... No. We didn't wait about a year. We waited more than a year. But Anna looked me dead in my face and said, just so you know, Joe, I'm not moving in before a year. Why was that? What was your...
I just feel like it made sense. Like,
what made sense?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just rational. Just wait a minute.
Wait a year.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think you got to know me better in the latter 6 months? And you're like, no, I feel comfortable now selling my blue couch?
Yeah. I never felt comfortable selling my blue couch. I don't know where that came from. I was definitely sad when we sold my couch.
Guys, if you don't know the story about the blue couch, we don't have time here. We only have one episode. But it was a situation. It is sold, by the way.
Lovely couple.
Lovely couple?
Who bought it?
A lovely couple bought it. Yes, it was true. Oh, same person. Mm-hmm. Skincare routines. You guys already know mine.
I don't
What's your
have
skincare?
one.
You spend a long time in the bathroom, love.
No.
What are you doing in there?
I moisturize. And I wash my face with soap, like literal bar soap. Like I don't.
And what's the makeup? I think you have a makeup situation.
That's a makeup routine. Skincare is like how you take care of it.
So you're like skincare takes like 37 seconds.
Right.
It's
because
the other hour?
Soap and moisturizer.
What kind of soap? I think people would like to know.
Spring.
You put that on your face?
Mm-hmm.
Irish Spring. You put it right in your face.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to put that. Do you guys think you're supposed to put that on your? I don't think that's a face soap. You know who had that soap? My dad.
I like it. I don't know what to tell you.
It's very interesting. Very interesting. All right, same person. What jobs do you do?
Singer, songwriter, actor, dancer, dance teacher.
That's 5 jobs. That's 5 jobs. You know what else she does, guys? She cleans up after me when she complains about what I've left places.
Tornado.
Oh, here we go. Emma Ray. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Anna.
Yeah.
Can you please convince Joe to run for prime minister? What are we thinking?
You talk a lot about it, but then you also
Wah, 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 wah.
but then you also say that you're not sure if you actually want to do that. So I'll always support you in what you want to do, but like I feel like you need to be sure, and you're not quite sure about that one.
Could you imagine though if like I talk a lot about Anna and I don't agree on a lot, but I talk a lot about politics, a lot about social justice, and you're normally like, oh, hon, but could you imagine if that were my gig? Prime Minister, that's my gig.
Yeah.
And what would we talk about?
Well, you would talk. I'd just be like,
You get a nice pair of headphones. Ooh, Courtney's coming in with the harsh questions. Courtney says, thank you, Courtney. This is a nice, deep, disturbing question. Have you ever cheated on anyone?
No.
I have. In all fairness, though, first of all, we got to go back 25. It was when I was like 25. It was a long time ago. My first girlfriend. But there's always a but. There's a but.
I don't know.
She cheated first.
All right. But then...
So she cheated first.
Yes, but
and then I was... Yeah, I know I chose to stay.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like I was like... That was my first girlfriend. She took very much advantage of my very lovely... And then I cheated. Okay, fine. We can't all be perfect, guys. That's my imperfection. Carol, just once... Carol. Carol
I don't
said,
even know if I have a story off the top of my head.
Don't worry, we're going to come back around to it. I'll put this one over here. Here, you can hold on to that one. If you come up with something inspirational,
okay.
Maybe you want to tell the piece of thing that got in your eye today, because that was riveting. Go ahead.
Sure.
Wait. This one time,
I went to Walmart, and by this one time, I mean like a couple hours ago. I went to Walmart, and I had something stuck in my eye. But like, I didn't really want to rub my eye because I was at Walmart.
Fair. I completely understand. So you withheld?
And so I just kind of did that thing where like my eye hurts, and then...
That thing.
It kind of went away for a minute, and then when I got back home, we ate dinner, and then
dinner?
after we ate dinner, it came back, and then it was back in my eye.
And what about right now?
Nope. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Carol, I just lost like 10 listeners on that story, just so you know. All right. Whew, that was a short one, though. But if you can understand, there's not really the natural arc to her story.
I think
there's
that
no
you enjoy...
rising action, climax, no denouement. You ever heard of that word?
No.
Denouement?
Denouement?
Finishing action?
Denouement.
Denouement? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, at least you know the French. There you go. You still don't use it. When did you know that I was the one? Or when did we know? And how is it different from previous relationships? You can go first.
I don't think there was a specific moment when I
true.
knew that you were the one.
We were standing right over there.
That's when I wanted to tell you that I loved you, but...
That's right. I knew it. I wrote it in my phone.
She did.
It's in my phone under a saved message, and it says June 4th.
Was it June 4th?
June 4th. By the way, we got together in May. June 4th, whatever year it was. All the years blend together. June 4th, whatever year. And I looked at her, I'm like, oh, she's about to tell me she loves me. And then the little bugger just swallowed it. I thought better of it.
It was too soon, guys.
How did you know then? That's yeah. I'll answer. I'll answer. I think I knew, you know what? It's progressive for me.
That's what I mean.
That-
Like, it's not just one thing.
And I think that's a sign of like, A, maybe going through stuff in life, B, maybe being a little bit more mature where, you know, she's 93 and all. So we've had a lot of experiences. And I think it's more progressive now. Like, don't get me wrong, in the beginning, that beginning feeling's not love. Everybody knows that that beginning feeling's not love. That beginning feeling is infatuation, is attraction, is all of those things. But I think for me, I felt every time I was with her, I felt more like me. And I know that's very selfish to say.
But
like, it
that's
seems like an
beautiful.
asinine.
No, that's a very
Like,
nice
it's all
thing to
about
say.
me. But what I realized is that, you know, everybody says that person balances you or they're the other half or what. I don't know if I buy into all of that. But what I realized, like, you guys know, I do all of this ridiculous stuff. And all she ever did was, like, encourage me and push me and set up my lighting and fix my video editing and all of those kind, and then talk to me about school, and then I'd have to listen to 17 stories. There's balance. Sometimes she asks me what I've done in my day, and I'm like, oh, it wasn't so much of a day, and
I expect details, and I just expect to know everything.
But guys, the details are like, or what everybody else just doesn't want to hear. So I do find it sweet and endearing, but it's like her details would be, you know, well, after second period, when my lunch bell goes, I get up, I walk into the cafeteria, I get a water, I go into the little staff room, and now I've decided to make sandwiches for this. And like,
I'd like to know that.
The whole process. She wants to know the
Wouldn't you
whole,
like to know that?
I don't, none of these people want to know
Sure
that.
they do. I think it's, maybe this isn't even maybe I'm not even answering the question, but I think it's when I started to I guess maybe realize is the word, but that you're just very present in present in wanting to support me, or present in like,
You've never told me that before. What? I don't understand. Present. You mean
maybe I'm using different words than from what I told you, but I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you're just very much here, and you're very much wanting to be here, like you're present.
What? You mean as opposed to people that are like, I got something better, I got a better place to be? Who are these asses that you dated? Man, that bar was low. So I'd like to give a shout out to all of Anna's exes for setting the bar so low. My exes get the same kind of shout out, but nonetheless, you mean just like, just when I'm with you, you know that this is where I want to be.
Yeah, present in wanting to be a part of what I'm a part of as well.
Oh, okay, I see. Rather than, you know, but when I make fun of your stories, does that diminish that?
No, because you listen to the story.
Oh, it's
like
hard. Guys, it's hard.
Get there.
Okay, I get there. How is it different than previous relationships? You can't say the same thing. For me, it's authenticity. Like, and it's authenticity for her and me, for both of us. And I don't think I've ever experienced that. And just talking about me, as I just, you know, I just said I've never felt more myself. What I started to realize is what true authenticity looked like for me, not just from I have a big mouth and I give you my opinions, because that's not what I'm talking about. I've always been able to do that from 3 years old. The authenticity is, and this is going to sound silly, but like, if you have to go to Walmart and I just can't swallow it today, I know this is going to sound so silly, I don't feel like I have to be with you or else I'm not proving how much I love you.
Just for the record, my eye thing is back.
Oh my God. Can the camera zoom in and we'll just blow on it?
No.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
No, it's not.
Guys, aren't you supposed to blow on it?
No.
I'm supposed to open her eye and go.
Anyways, for me, it's the way that we connect.
I don't think we can talk about that on here.
No. Emotionally.
We do have great talks. No, that's true. I think we have, and I think this is a really important part about relationships. I think we have very, very, very honest, on both sides, conversations. And I don't think most people feel secure enough in themselves or in their partner to do that. And that's not a lack of love for most people. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people love each other, but you have to have a certain level of security or faith or whatever you want to call it in yourself, in the other person, in order to really throw it on the table. Is that it?
Good question.
Good question, Jules. Here we go. Meditative says, how did you keep my engagement a surprise? Well, she had my whole world lie to my face.
It's true. And here's the thing, though. Everything that I was doing previously to that, I also had to keep it a surprise. So, like, making her ring, and that had to change a couple times because this one also changed her mind with
I didn't know that
she didn't
you
even
were
know.
doing that.
You're right. You didn't know, but it was just certain words that you would say, like, oh, I really like it when things look like kryptonite. So then I was like, I'm going to put a crystal that looks like kryptonite. And then, like, 3 days before I finalized what I was doing for your ring, then you started saying things like, you know what, I really like the blue crystal that we have up in the front room. And she would kind of say it like it wasn't a one-time thing. It was very much like, I really love that blue crystal. And so then I had to go in and change the plan that I had already. So anyways, I had to do all of that.
Before we go over to that other part, because this is part, guys, you want to know where our root problem is? The fact that she doesn't know what kryptonite is, and you would never put kryptonite in an engagement ring. It's like, kryptonite is like the I love kryptonite, it's cool, but in an engagement ring, kryptonite's what kills Superman.
Yeah, but you're not Superman.
That's so rude. Okay, continue.
Anyway, so I had to keep that secret and figure out how to, like, get her ring done without her noticing, and then planning the whole thing with her friends without her realizing that I was planning this.
All
and then
of my
coming
friends.
up. Yeah, and your mom.
And my mom. And my mom is usually a horrible liar and a horrible secret keeper, so I don't understand. You must have rolled her in at the end.
I did.
Yeah,
it was the day.
That was
like
good.
3 days before.
Oh, that's still a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Ange. So that's it. Yeah, they all lied to me consistently. The day before, for those who don't know, you can go check out my TikTok or Anna's TikTok. She had me on a baseball diamond running the bases, pretending that I thought I was in a video for a baseball video. It was
That's
just
not the day before. That's the day of.
No, but the day before I was doing all of this, I was out shopping for baseball gear because my friend convinced me that I needed a package of baseballs in October in Toronto. Nobody sells baseballs in October, so I'm going to sport check after sport check after sports check. You know, I can't find it. I'm buying a new outfit because I want, although I should have known when something was up because Anna's always trying to reel me in and, like, stop me from spending money insanely. And when I should have known is when I said, I'm buying a new outfit. And you're like, oh, that's nice. I should have been like, that's it right there. Because you would have been like,
it's true.
Hey, why are you spending more?
We already have, because you already have an outfit.
Of course I already have an outfit. I just wanted a better one. Yeah. But you were good with that.
Mm-hmm. And this one kept telling me, you're not going to be in the video. Why would you be in the video? And I kept saying,
she was getting ready.
I'm going to be in the video.
Fully gear. I'm like, you can't play baseball. This is a baseball video.
That's a little rude. When you taught me how to hit some balls, I think I did a pretty good job.
I love you so much.
That's not very nice.
All right. Carol says, who is the most likely to spend money on something frivolous?
Joanna Johnson.
Except for, like, we have 30,000 gnomes. So every once in a while, she'll buy in.
Okay. You bought that giant gnome.
But you love them.
All these gnomes.
I buy them to make you smile.
And I smile from ear to ear, but I did not buy them. I bought the tiny little ones that we have all around.
Look, she loves it. We were going from Canadian Tire to Canadian Tire to Canadian Tire because they have an excellent selection if anybody's looking for stuff. We even got one gnome for the outside from Canadian Tire.
We named him Brian.
She named him Brian. I don't think Brian is a gnome kind of name.
I think it is.
All right, but I'll spend money on anything, guys. But it's funny because you have a boatload of shoes. Mm-hmm. Some people would say frivolous. You have a boatload of hats. Some people would say frivolous. I'm just more likely to spend more money on one thing, I think. Like, you might want a new pair of shoes, but you'll wait till they're, like, on sale.
It's true.
$90, whereas I just saw, StockX had the new Dunks, and I'm like, $350. I'm good with that. Mm-hmm. I think it might just be a matter of amount, not necessarily, because we have the same number of hats. You have more shoes than me.
Yes, but it's like you said, I wait until they go on sale.
She is smart about it. So. Who is most likely not to keep a secret?
I feel like I tell you everything though.
Yeah, but like you think you wouldn't keep a secret if somebody said, "Shh, don't tell Joanna"?
I mean,
I'm not very good at secrets.
Unless it was like a surprise, then no, I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, but that's what a secret is. Do you know what a secret is? A secret is when somebody says, "Listen, don't tell Joanna. This is a surprise."
Sure, but if it
Not like
was
a
like
secret,
a good
like
thing,
we're gonna kidnap her later.
that's what I meant. Like if it's a bad thing, or if it's just like an average thing or whatever.
What's
but
an
if
average thing?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like if it was a surprise, then
Someone's
no,
gonna
I
bring you
wouldn't.
McDonald's, you keep that secret? Or you say, "Joe, don't eat." All right. Thank you, Carol. Life82 says, how do we both get started on social media?
Actually, 2 of my students kept nagging me, and they kept saying, "No, Anna, you have to go on TikTok. You have to go on TikTok." And then they kept showing it to me, and I had absolutely no interest in joining TikTok. And then the amount of times that they told me to get it, then finally one day I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll get it. And then that's when.
And yours did well right away.
Right away, I started getting a whole bunch of views, and I didn't even know what was good and what was bad. And I just had like my students keep telling me, "Oh my God, like your TikTok is doing so good," and I was like, "Is it really?" Like I don't really know. And then they kept saying like, "No, keep doing it because your numbers are really good." And then it exploded, and then it died.
It's such a sad story.
It really is.
I don't know something's broken on it.
I don't know what happened. I don't know anything. All of a sudden, I just wasn't getting.
This is how weird her TikTok is. Some people will comment on her TikToks and they don't show up on her page.
And so I never see the comment and I can't reply to it. So I feel like some people are commenting
and then just getting angry.
And then just being like, why would she answer everybody else but me?
She's so rude.
It's just because I can't see it.
So rude. How did I get started? Well, I went through a traumatic life event. Then I got locked out of my house for 3 months.
In your house, not out of your house.
What did I say?
Out of.
Oh, in my house. Mm-hmm. Definitely in my house. Teaching in my house, living in my house. This is, and by my, like, it was not good times. And before all of it, I had students just like you coming up to me saying, "Look at this TikTok, look at this TikTok." And look, my kids would show me the most ridiculous, asinine TikToks I've ever seen. I didn't understand the scope of TikTok. I just thought it was really inappropriate stuff. And I'm like, guys, I'm not doing that. I'm not dancing. What's wrong with you? Anyways, and then I was in lockdown. And my friend's son, Charlie, Amy Tucker's son, said, "Come on, I'll set you up." So he actually created my account for me. And then he walked me through how to use almost every feature. And then it sat there for a while. And then one day, I think I took Presley to the vet. One of the many days, and I was waiting for him in the parking lot.
Which time?
And I made my first. When I look back at my old ones, like yours always looked bang on. Like your lighting was good, your angles were good. Whereas me, I'm like, I can't even tell that's me. My lighting's so bad. When did I look at my first? Don't go back looking at my TikToks, by the way. But when did I film that? Watch it back and go,
because you didn't know any better.
That's it. That's what I'm going to show to thousands of, well, at the time, it might have been hundreds of people, but whatever. Thank you, Life82. How did we meet? I love this story. And how long have we been together? From Catherine.
I saw a TikTok that you posted.
That's right. In the bathroom.
It was a bathroom rant type thing. And the rant had nothing to do with.
She doesn't care about what I say, guys.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. But she was wearing an outfit that looked like an outfit that Justin Bieber had previously worn. And I saw it and I was like, I'm going to be sliding into her DMs. And then I did.
On my Instagram, though. Mm-hmm. So that's how we met. And we literally started talking maybe that night. So I think like at 10 o'clock that night I saw it. Yep. Which is also weird because back then, my Instagram was very quiet. My TikTok, it's not like I might have been at 5,000 people. So I never looked at the messages. On Instagram, if you're not following somebody, it comes in a different place. And I never looked at those because I just thought that was a little odd. I'm like, well, stranger danger. I don't know.
First of all, I say stranger danger all the time.
No.
I'm surprised you just said that
just
right
came out of my mouth. Well, your hands are freezing. So then I read it, and then we just started messaging each other back and forth, and we talked. Was that the full night we were messaging?
Not the first night.
Just a little bit.
It was a couple nights after that because she said, why aren't we talking on the, we were texting and you said, why aren't we talking on the phone?
Yeah.
Because we were still on Instagram and I was waiting for you to ask me for my number and you never did.
This chick slides into my DMs and she can't say, can I have your number? I think I asked you for your number once.
No, you didn't, because I was waiting for it.
So
Anyways, finally,
hard
like,
to get.
3 days later, she asks me for my number.
But we talked like on text for a long time. All right. The soundtrack to your love story. If you had to pick one song. I know this is a hard one. You're gonna pick a Justin Bieber song.
No, the first song that even just popped into my mind was "How Sweet It Is."
Why?
I don't know, but that was like the.
Oh, that's so lovely. That's like a good song, unlike a lot of the other. You know what the song that pops into my head? What? I don't know why. It is Justin Bieber. It has to be Justin Bieber, because let's be honest. Yeah, Holy, yeah. Which is interesting. Running to the, what? Like a track song?
Altar.
Thank you. That was Joss. All right, Hillary. What's the one thing that we can't agree on, so we just don't bring it up? Anything? We
do bring it up because it comes up in conversation. I know exactly what it is.
Go ahead.
The school education.
School. We fight about school. Well, look, here's the reality. We fight about everything. And I don't mean
not
fight. We don't fight. But we are
disagree.
on opposite sides of everything. Dirty Dancing, Havana Nights. What was it? The other night, okay, so I was asleep. She was working late. I was in bed, flat, like absolutely 100% out. She comes to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning. She gets in bed and she's like right up on me and the cat's over here and I can't move. I'm like, what's going on? She says, I'm so freezing.
I was a popsicle. Like my nose was going to fall off. It was like hypothermia.
I was in the same house.
Yep.
And
she says, why is it so hot in here? I'm sweating.
Guys. I was sweating. I had all the blankets off me. I wanted to open the window. We're not just like mentally opposites.
You
physically.
Yeah, because you came downstairs and you had to bring up a blanket for me because I was hypothermic. I was so cold.
And I wasn't using a blanket. I was just sleeping on top of the covers like in Ghostbusters, for crying out loud. Do you know that scene?
No.
So sad. All right. She's seen Jaws, first of all, and she doesn't like it. But nonetheless, which is my favorite movie. Here's the question from TGZ Podcast. Was Jaws the bad guy or just really hungry? It's my favorite question.
I mean, I can relate to being really hungry, so...
I don't think you guys understand what that means. And we will come to that question eventually, I think. When she's really hungry, you know that Snickers commercial where they like transform into somebody else? Like she's 37 pounds soaking wet, right? But if she says she's hungry, guys, you got about 13 minutes. That's the window. 13 minutes. I think we should have stayed out of the ocean. I think we're playing in their backyard and then we get all angry when they eat us. I think it's fair. I think it's absolutely fair. It's why I've always loved Jaws. All right. This person's called Baby. We're not that close, but I'm going to say your name anyway. Are we going to get married destination or local?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know yet. I think it's a lovely idea if Disney happens to be listening. Getting married in front of that castle is a lovely idea. I'm waiting for Disney to say, hey, you have a few TikTok followers. Why don't you come down to Disney and get married?
Be great?
It'd be so great. Because to pay for it, I want to see it just to actually have the ceremony in front of the castle is like $30,000. And I guess that would be American. Which is like 8,280. Oh my god.
You okay there, hon?
No, I'm not. It's like $82,000 Canadian. Oh. I'm joking. It's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. But if you were to go to any destination, okay, so beside Disney, would you want to go somewhere, or where would you want to get married?
I want to get married like on a beach. So like it doesn't matter where the beach is as long as it looks pretty.
Okay, so a pretty beach.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it doesn't matter really where. On a lake? If it's a pretty beach?
Yeah.
You don't need the ocean?
No.
All right. But all that is COVID restrictive, and, we got to make sure our families get there and all of that kind of thing. So, all right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Elle says, is there anything either of you wouldn't give up for each other? Like if I said, baby, you need to stop wearing hats.
That's rude.
But what if I said that? What if I said that?
No.
I can't. That's it. Hats.
No.
I'm glad I've tapped into the quintessential thing that's... Look,
I think that if I smoked or if I did drugs and you're like, look, I don't vibe with that, then that would be a thing. But we don't do any of that, so
we're really boring, guys. It's true.
I can't think of.
We are boring, but I guess the question's kind of getting at like, you know, what are we likely to do for each other, you know? And I get that question, but I would never want, like, I don't know what I would want you to give up. So it's kind of a weird. Yeah, that's hard. All right, Rat Pack. Story of our first holiday. This is a great story. First holiday together. What was the first holiday together? It's your favorite holiday.
Was it Canada Day?
It was Canada Day. And what did this lovely person do?
She made fun of me for saying that my favorite holiday was Canada Day, not like Christmas.
I still make fun of her for that. Not before. Not. It's not past tense. It's still hilarious.
I mean, I like Christmas, but Canada Day is like a whole other level.
She
of
loves
excitement.
It. We've only celebrated one Canada Day because the second Canada Day was obviously after, you know, all of those Indigenous children were found, so that wasn't happening. But the first one.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Oh, look, she's covered in.
She was in the tree again.
Oh, there you go. Excellent.
This is Ripley.
This is Ripley. Honey, that was very well timed. Okay, what do we do for first Canada Day?
You made an entire hunt,
I did. It was great.
She wrote clues, and we had to go all over
Brooklyn.
It
was all outside
to find different little trinkets and little gifts.
And then what was the last thing? It was good.
My Pandora thing?
Yeah. The Canada. It was this beautiful, like, for her bracelet.
It's a charm from Pandora, which was the maple leaf. She's covered. Look at her.
She's covered in glitter. For those of you, she's covered in snow from the tree. Well, she's just going to sit there. That's nice.
For those who can't see, it's our cat.
Oh, yeah, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Ripley's made her spot on the edge of this couch and just leaning on me. What's your... Little Miss says, what's your taste in jewelry? I don't quite understand how to answer that.
My taste in jewelry? I adore Pandora. I like Pandora rings a lot.
But you like more delicate jewelry, fine things?
Yeah, I would never... No, I don't like to wear anything that protrudes out because I feel like they get caught on things.
Whereas I wear a lot of, like, big guy watches. I like... These pendants I like, but I like... you know, like the chunky ring that Anna had made for me when she proposed with the chunk of crystal in it. I'd like a rough piece of crystal like in a necklace. I think that would be cool.
You like the I don't know, industrial look is what you're looking for.
I'm looking for the industrial. I'm looking for it can be used to fit in like a faucet or go around my finger. That's the industrial look. You know, like a washer around.
Oh my goodness.
No, it was funnier in my head. 2 things you love about each other, Medina. Two things. That was a long pause. I'm gonna have to edit that out or something. Ripley, 2 things.
No, what are you covered in?
All of Ripley.
Physical, your hair.
I was just gonna say she's gonna try to be deep and whatever, but really, it's my hair and
when you talk about something that you're really passionate about in like a positive way, so not like something where you're trying to like change the world, but something that's like already changed and you love it. So something along those lines, you have this like, I don't know, like this presence, this openness, like it's like the real you.
Interesting.
I like seeing you in that stage.
So what do you mean not trying to change? You mean when I'm not trying to be political and yell at people?
Yeah, because you're very passionate about. She'd like to know the question.
Ripley's now put her hand on my lap. For those who aren't,
you try to be you try to educate people with your videos, and you want the world to change for the better.
Yeah.
Which is great, and you're definitely passionate about that. But when you're passionate about something that is already for the better and you're talking about that, you change, like your whole aura.
I'm fascinated.
Really.
For me, 100% your smile, physically, and then authenticity. And I think we've talked about this before, like the most authentic person, no holds barred. She is who she is, and she's super quiet, as you guys can see. Like, I definitely do most of the talking. It's not because she's shy. It's not because she doesn't have like a strong sense of self. It's just that she doesn't have much. Thanks for visiting.
She's done. Bye, Ripley.
It's that she just doesn't want to have like that. She has nothing to add. If she has nothing to add, she's not filling space. And probably because I fill so much space, I find that kind of like engaging, because I'm like, just being quiet for a second. Like, that bothered me just then.
Stop
That was
it.
a lot. That was a lot. Well, we're also filming, but all right. So Anna used to be a short track speed skater on the Olympic sort of route. And Larissa wants to know, what was your worst wreck?
Whew, I think I was maybe 14. I fell, and at that time I was skating in a rink where it's a hockey rink, and you just put mats in front of the hard wall, like
Right.
the board, and it was split for some reason.
She hit the board.
And instead of hitting the mat, I hit the board. And so when I hit the board, and I was going pretty fast, so when I hit the board, my two of my vertebrae were dislocated. My hip twisted. My jaw was dislocated.
Jeez. At 14.
And I think that was the one that needed the most recovery because of the vertebrae. But I've also had 5 concussions.
She has a very soft head, folks.
Now I do. Yeah. So that one, probably my 2 vertebrae.
I don't think... You say vertebrae?
Mm-hmm.
Or vertebrae?
But
I don't
there's
know
2.
if is there an S on the end of that?
But there's 2. I don't know.
I don't know. Larissa and Carly, are you ready?
No.
Here we go.
We don't talk about...
What was the chicken argument in the store about?
We don't talk about the chicken incident. We just don't.
You're not going to tell them?
No.
Why?
We don't talk about the chicken incident.
It really wasn't that bad. Like,
It was.
She's built it up to be this monument, like this thing that we just don't talk about. These guys are going to be very disappointed.
Well, sorry.
But, guys, it really... let me just preface... Like, let me round it out by saying, it's not that bad. I think that you just don't want to tell the story because you know that I was right.
Absolutely not.
And I think that's 100% the truth.
In no
then
way.
What? Then maybe we should have the conversation.
No way, shape, or form were you right that day.
Yeah, you guys can think about that amongst yourself. What do you think? What is it you want to talk about? Monk says, monogamous, poly, or open?
Oh, I don't share.
Monk, Anna doesn't share. And let's be honest, like, to each his own, have a good time. I want everybody to be happy. But the idea of juggling more than one significant relationship, to me, guys, I'm old. Like, I want to go to bed at a reasonable hour. I don't. Well, because if you have more than one girlfriend or whatever, like, that's a lot more, things that you have to do. I'm sleepy.
I think you could just tell them you want to go to bed.
Them, but everybody. Anyways,
the answer is no.
And it doesn't share, and I can't multitask. If you could retire, so you have all the money in the world, so you don't need to be a dance teacher anymore. I don't need to be a teacher anymore. What would you do? Paula asked this question.
I would move to Penticton.
Without me, apparently. That's so funny. Because, guys,
I would ask you if you
Guys.
want to come.
we're like the opposite. But it's not that you can retire in the future. Like, you're your age and you don't have to work. You can retire from your job. You have enough money. What do you do tomorrow?
But I would still like to sing. I would
There
still like to do.
you go. So what would
all
you
of
do?
that. I would move to LA.
Move to LA again.
And
LA
and
give it a go.
my singing career, yeah.
Give it a go. I don't think I'd retire. I don't think I'd want to give up teaching. I think what I would do is I would maybe cut back. So instead of doing a full course load, I might cut back, but I'd be doing exactly, which is hilarious and amazing, exactly what I'm doing now, which is try to build my ability on this podcast and build it up to a TED Talk and build it up to educating on a different level. And Ripley's now found another spot on our couch. All right, Anna, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Anna,
it's very direct.
if you could dance with anyone, who would it be with?
You.
Oh, baby. Okay, now the real answer.
No, it is you, because it drives me insane that you won't dance with me.
So bad.
I still want you to dance with me.
Okay, besides me, like, you get to dance, you get to be on stage with any dancer, like, not slow dance, like any dancer that you've like idolized or dreamt of. Who is it?
Paula Abdul.
That's right, Paula Abdul. If you guys could all message Paula Abdul, but like, I'm a little worried if she meets Paula Abdul. Well, she's really straight though, right?
That's what you're worried about.
She's really straight. I think Paula Abdul's like extra straight.
I wouldn't know.
Don't message her if she has some tendencies. I don't want any part of that. Joe, who would you have? This is from Jules. Who would you have dinner with? So who would I want to have a conversation with? I'm assuming dead or alive. 100% Da Vinci. I think the dude knew stuff. He just knew stuff.
Notice how she didn't say me. Yep.
Well, you just had dinner with me. Mm-hmm. So maybe if I danced with you all the time, you would have said me. I make you dinner every day. Okay, so I'm gonna be paying for that for later. But yeah, probably Da Vinci. I mean, I think Da Vinci Code. Like, I think he knew stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think Da Vinci knew like anything dodgy that's gone on. I think it might have started there. I think he might be the beginning of the Illuminati.
No,
what was that question?
Sorry, I was thinking of
Nostradamus. Oh, the prediction.
That I would have had dinner with him.
Nostradamus different than Nosferatu. Nosferatu is like the first vampire.
I mean, that's pretty cool too.
I thought you might say that too. I used to say Josh Wheaton to that question, but I can't say that anymore because, he's gross. All right. Catholic schools publicly funded? Absolutely not. And can you give teacher opinions? Yeah, of course. People ask me all the time if I can give teacher opinions. I'll give you my teacher opinion even when it's not solicited. I just throw them out. If you guys have any questions about teaching stuff, feel free to ask me. Deb would like to know, can I come to your wedding?
Why not?
Absolutely. We'll send you our registry. The first thing we want is to get married in Disney. So if you could make that happen, you could be my maid of honor. All right. Deb also asks, how long did it take us to meet after that first DM?
A week?
Yeah, a week. It was about 7 days. Mm-hmm. This one says, okay, we're going to divulge some stuff now. And I understand that in this climate, maybe it wasn't the most responsible thing to do. But this is in the first lockdown. So what is that, 30 years ago? In the first lockdown, we thought it was coming to an end, so we started talking at the beginning. Well, it was after your birthday, so the end of May, right? 21st or whatever? Mm-hmm. So it was like into June.
That's way after my birthday. Why would you bring my birthday up?
I don't know why I thought it was closer to your birthday than that. But was it the 21st of May?
That's when we started talking, not when we met.
Yeah, so we started talking then. Yeah. By the way, if you guys want to go back to the earlier part of this conversation, when I said, when did I know? When do we say, I love you? Oh, I didn't finish that conversation. We got sidetracked. Remember? June 4th, May 21st.
Was it June 4th, though?
It's in my phone. I can't get my phone right now because we're on it right now.
Yeah.
June 4th. I'll show you the text after. I never said when I said I love you. Okay. We never answered that question.
Was that the question, though?
The
question was, when did you know?
Oh, when did you know? Right. Because I said it by accident, but whatever. Favorite thing to do together?
The Crown.
I was going for something way better than that. What'd you say, The Crown?
Yeah. Guys, The Crown is really good. We love that show.
You know what? It's so rare, guys, that we agree on anything. And we both love TV and movies, but it's so freaking rare that we agree on a show that when we find one, it's kind of like finding magic in a bottle. Yeah, no, I laugh with this one more than I can possibly explain. So, and sometimes it's laughing at, but sometimes it's laughing with, but like constantly. So I don't know if that's we've been so restricted during our relationship.
You know what I like too though? I like dates where we're active. So when we used to go like in the summer rollerblading or on walks, or like I quite enjoy that too.
She made me hike. Thank you, Nancy. I was hoping she was going to say something dodgy for this podcast, but whatever.
We're not dodgy people.
I had the look of dodginess. Where did we both grow up? Where'd you grow up?
Montreal.
Mama of two. Montreal. I grew up in Whitby. I grew up, a little bit all over the place, but pretty much we live about 15 minutes from where I grew up, even though we both moved around all over the place. Anna, have you watched Mulan yet?
First of all, it's Mulan. I don't think you can call yourself a fan if you keep calling it Mulan.
Why?
Because it's Mulan.
Maybe it's a hard A. That was Elle Dunning. Why haven't you watched this brilliant cinematic adventure?
I don't know. It's not one of those Disney movies that has made me go, I want to watch that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe it's great. I just haven't.
I'll make her watch it. Don't worry about it. I promise. How many hats do we have? How many hats do you think we have?
A lot.
Did we count not too long ago?
I don't think. Well, I didn't.
What do you want to take a guess? I'm gonna guess.
I'd say I have about 20.
Oh, I have more than that. I'd say about 40 for me. We can't wear each other's hats because she has a little tiny head,
and I don't look good with
She hates snapbacks,
so I only wear full backs.
So we can't share
size
those
6
hats.
and 7/8 is hard to find. I think that's why we don't have the same amount of hats. Because I can never find my size.
Yeah, she'd have more hats for sure. Mm-hmm. If you could buy more hats, you would.
Yep.
Yeah. What's Joe's best attribute and why? That's from Want to Be a Beach Bum. I'd like to be a beach bum.
Is attribute physical or is attribute personal?
I think you can take that any way you want. She's going to say my hair.
Well, no, because I've already answered both of those.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Which would be your hair and...
But when it comes to your mind, you're going with hair, right? Do we see ourselves move? Sorry, I didn't understand that question. Carol asked, do you see yourselves moving?
LA.
Guys, and here's the bigger problem. I like Canada. I like Toronto. But B, if I was going to move to the States, want to know where my heart wants to move? I'll tell you, the exact opposite place her heart wants to move. Because I like New York. It's okay. We can fly back and forth.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
I think Ryan Seacrest does it all the time. So
that's what I hear. Hardest working man in show business. If you could be the fly on the wall, I think you'd like this. I think I know who I want to talk about. If you could be a fly on the wall, who would you listen in on? Like if you could be invisible in any room, anywhere right now, who's...
Probably Justin Bieber when he's recording.
Oh my God. You could have picked the Queen of England.
I'd still pick Justin Bieber when he's recording. Like when he's trying to figure out what sounds he wants and all that kind of stuff. Like when he's in production building a song.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't think I think I'd want to be in...
The Queen?
No. If the Illuminati... I want to be in one of those secret meetings. The secret meetings, where all those like little masters of the universe sit around. Sure. All the really rich old white... I want to be in the meeting where Elon Musk has dinner with Jeff Bezos and invites Mark Zuckerberg. I want to see that club. All those little billionaires. Bill Gates. I don't know if they invite Bill Gates, though. I feel like Bill Gates is the uncool billionaire that doesn't get invited. I'm just saying. I'd like to know what their plan is next, is what I want to know. Because What do you do with those hundreds of billions of dollars?
You send people to space.
Oh, it's so upsetting. How do you keep your relationship fresh?
Put in the fridge.
I was going to say Saran wrap. Sometimes our humor is equally crappy. How do we keep it fresh? You know what? I think it's just, listen, I think the idea of keeping something fresh means that it needs to be exciting. You know what I love about us? You want to know the biggest? Here it is. I've just figured it out.
What is it? Tell me.
I've just figured it out.
Go ahead.
we disagree on everything.
That's it?
You know, we disagree on everything. Like, I stand firmly opposed to so many people. But what we both love, and it centers our soul, monotony. We like things that are the same.
Do we?
We like. She's just disagreeing with me now.
I
Wake
I
up at
want
the
to know.
same time. You eat the same thing. You
Sure.
eat the same thing at 3 times a day.
Yeah,
you
but that
like
doesn't-
everything that goes in its place. The thing is, we don't need like excitement and like, not that we can't go on trips and do all that kind
That's
of
what
stuff.
I meant. Like,
but
we still do stuff. It's not like we just never.
it's true. But what I'm saying is, I think some people are filled or fueled by the excitement and the spontaneity and the whatever, and you're fueled by eating the exact same
Guys, I love
oatmeal at
oatmeal.
9 a.m. every day.
I don't know
And
what to tell you.
I love that because I'm fueled by eating McDonald's at the exact time every morning. I like that.
Okay.
All right, Mary asks, what's the biggest issue you've had as a couple? I don't know. Look at this cat over here. I can't with this cat. Biggest issue. We haven't. You know, for me, I came out. Obviously, everybody knows that I came out of a previous relationship, and that caused a lot of scrapes and bruises, a few scars, and so I think for me, healing from that, because we met so quickly thereafter, she was pretty amazing at giving me the space to heal from that and talking me through it and identifying some things. And so I think
What was the question? That has nothing to do with the question.
yeah, the biggest issue you've had as a couple. I think I had to heal through that. So that's a hard thing to have to go through in a new relationship, having to deal with old past garbage. Yeah, I think so.
But I think you dealt with a lot of it before we even met.
I did,
so-
but it still reared its head, and I was still like, you know, maybe I'd have an overreaction or whatever to certain things, and you'd be like, "Babe, I don't think that's about me." Well, what was that about? I don't think that was me. Anything for you? The biggest issue
I don't know. I can't think of.
is the fact that you don't like any good movies ever.
I just don't think you like good movies, and then you just throw it on me. But
Awful. We can do a poll right now. I'm pretty sure I'll win. Stacy wants to know, do we want children?
yeah,
Child.
we're gonna have twins. I had a
For the love of
premonition.
God. She had a premonition the
did.
other day that we were gonna have twins, and guys, I can't do it.
She's
can't-
carrying them.
I
so-
can't do exactly. Amy Tucker asked,
I think that question's for you.
"Who's your bestest
Bestest
friend?" It's got to be Amy Tucker.
Really?
Amy-
Who helped you move all the couches today? I think Stacey's gonna
Stacy
be a
Green
little bit
Living.
mad.
Here's the thing, though. Stacy Green Living and I have known each other, and Lou. Those three women are like amazing people to me. But I have known Amy Tucker, and she has been in my life, in and out, you know, since grade 9.
Look, I just don't want your other friends to be upset with you.
I'm just saying, it's okay. Stacy
Okay.
would never call me her best friend anyway. Snasia, her best friend. Other girls are her best friend.
All right. Okay.
Um,
So Amy Tucker, it is.
who's your best friend?
I would say probably Kat. We went to school from pre-K all the way to grade 11, and it's one of those where like we don't have to talk every day, but when we do, it's hilarious. And
Is
still,
that the girl when we spoke to her and her husband?
Yeah.
And it was like, because I've never spoken to her before,
Yeah.
and it was like listening to you two was like
like we were the same.
the same person,
Yeah.
the exact same person.
Absolutely.
All right. Oh, favorite memory of Joe before we actually. So before you DM, was it just the TikTok? Did you look at any of my other TikToks? You just go, nope, that one's good. Check.
Before I DM'd you, I had only seen just the one.
The one TikTok,
and
that
then,
was it.
Yeah, and then we started talking, and you said something about, I think I may have said something about like, well, why don't you dance or whatever? And you said something like, no, I did dance, and on top of that, I was wearing a Justin Bieber shirt when I did the dance, and so I went to look,
Yeah.
and I like that. I quite enjoyed.
I did dance. That's true. Why can't you just live in that dancing TikTok?
Because it wasn't with me.
Guys, that dancing TikTok, if you go
It's okay.
far enough back.
I found another dance, and I'm gonna get her to do it.
What was that too? The Lamborghini.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was that Lamborghini song, And if you guys go far enough back in my TikTok, let me tell you.
That's like way
That's
far back.
way back there. But I'm wearing a Justin Bieber shirt. And I was sweating. That TikTok took me hours. Like, I did it once, again, and again, and again, and again. And when you see it, it's not even very good. You're going to be like, oh, that took her 37 tries.
But just so you know, when I do my
37
dances,
tries.
it also takes me 37 tries in
Oh
order
my
to
God.
get it.
But have you seen her? Guys, go over, watch her tap a little bit, and then you can see maybe the difference between me learning 4 moves.
Anyway, she just gets frustrated when she has to do things over and over again, but that's what it is. Like, I do things over and over and over again in order to get it right, too. So
I get frustrated. I still say that people have a natural capacity to do things. And for me, it's like if you said, can you sing me a song? Look, that's never going to be good. It's just never going to be good. So there are certain things I can't do. And I have to embrace it and whatever. And dancing, like I did that Justin song. Remember I did that Justin song with Stacy?
Yep.
That was hard too. That was really hard, and this one sent me clips of teaching it to me.
This next one will be easier. Well, we're gonna do it,
guys. She chose a
Just
7-minute song. All right.
Oh, is this our last one?
Nope, not yet. Who said I love you first? Okay. Jaden. It was a mistake, Jaden. I didn't say I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna explain the story, and then I'm gonna leave it up to you guys what you think. Did I really say it?
She said it.
This is how it goes. So earlier in our relationship, after June 4th, when I knew she wanted me to tell...
Was it after?
Yeah, it was after that.
Okay.
Because she says, listen, when you want to say I love you, just pump the brakes and let me say it first. What was that about?
I don't know.
Okay. Let me say it first. That's what she says, right? And I said, okay, yeah, no problem. This girl thinking I'm gonna say I love you first, whatever. And
pretty sure you wanted to.
June 4th. I'm gonna post that. I swear to God. So we were sitting on the bed at her place, and we were having a discussion, and we were talking about like meeting her family and what would that go like, and what if there was problems, people liking me, and all of that kind of stuff. And she wanted everything to go well, and she didn't want. She wanted everybody to like me and to welcome me into the family and all those kinds of things, even though we weren't even at that point yet. She was just nervous about when that happened. She has a lovely family. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, I would sit down with your mom and I would answer all of her questions and let her get to know me and make sure she knew that I loved her daughter and I would do anything for her. That was a fictional future event.
She said she loved me.
That was fictionally in the future. Okay, can you guys please, in the comment section or whatever, let me know. Was that really an I love you, Anna? Or was that more like, I'm going to tell, one day when I meet your mom, we'll be at that point and I'll be able to tell her how much I love you and how much I would do anything for you. And that's in the future. That was an alternate ending. That was an alternate ending.
Do you guys hear all the excuses and all the little possibilities she's throwing out? You said it. That's what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, guys, that's the last of our questions. I think Ripley's lying on one, but I'm not going to take it up off of her. Thank you guys so much for hanging out.
One more question.
No, that's your story. Did you ever think of one?
There is one more.
Oh, there is one more question. I have one more. I forgot. I saved it to the very end because I thought it was hilarious. Anna I haven't shown it to you though. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. So somebody wrote in, and I'm sorry I didn't write your name down here, but they said, name your favorite type of gift basket. First of all, I'm like a gift. So right away, something came to my mind, but I have no doubt. And we're going to do this on 3. I have no doubt.
I already know.
That Anna's will be the opposite in spirit, in shape, in essence to mine. This is how we're going to prove to you how different we really are. And I haven't even shown her this question yet. So on 3. like after. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then we say it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want this gift basket. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Meat.
Socks. Meat. Like
a whole
pepperoni.
bunch, yeah.
Pepperoni
like a whole
sticks.
bunch of meats, different.
In a basket.
Yeah. I think that'd be a great gift.
Well, how are you going to eat a whole basket of meat?
Well, you don't eat it in one sitting, but wouldn't that be lovely?
Meat.
Yes.
I thought for
Socks.
sure you were going to say Justin Bieber or something.
Why would you say socks?
What do you mean socks?
But you can't eat that.
What? Well, no, I can't eat it, but then I get to keep the socks. And I could get like Marvel socks, Star Wars socks, Sesame Street socks.
No, I always thought gift baskets were food, like chocolate, fruit.
Gift basket doesn't have to be food.
Anyways, I'm still going with meat.
I've seen gift baskets of like candles, soaps. You get gift baskets from Body Shop all the time. Used to be my go-to gift option for, the older women in my family. All right, meat. If anybody is thinking about getting Anna Pack anything for Christmas, you heard it here first. It would be meat.
Mm-hmm.
She really is easy to please, guys. Solid pepperoni stick, little prosciutto, maybe some cheese. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. The gnomes thank you. The cat thanks you. She's fast asleep over here right now.
Thanks for having me.
Put her to sleep. And you've sat. This is probably the longest time you've ever talked.
Mm-hmm. Go check out my new song, Blast Off, on Spotify.
Thank you guys so much. I will see you next Tuesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Dismissed.